Welcome to another episode of Mrs. K's Corner. Today we've got Tommy Stuppi and Gaving Cherella, the ice hockey captains. Welcome everybody. I'm here with the hockey captains, two seniors, Tommy Stuppi and Gaving Cherella, both four-year players?
Yep.
Okay. And the hockey season opens up. We're filming this Wednesday. The hockey season's opening up tomorrow at the Jersey Shore Arena against Edison. What time?
6:30.
Okay. So hopefully some of you can get there. Let's go back before we get into the team now. Let's go back to when you guys first put on a pair of skates. I've skated before, but I wouldn't exactly say I'm anything more than functional that way. I think if I went now, I'd probably be out of school for a week. When did you first put a pair on, Tommy?
I actually started pretty late compared to a lot of other kids. I started around 8 years old, and from there I pretty much played in club teams, and that's how I basically learned how to skate, through club teams.
How about you, Gavin?
Ever since I was born, 1 or 2, I just put on skates because my dad used to be a big hockey player, and he just wanted me to get from the start to get warmed up to the skating. And then I played club ever since, and now high school.
So I guess, like a lot of our other sports, softball, basketball, soccer, and things, team for your school is one thing, but there's that big club organization on the outside, which is where a lot of people get their starts. Okay. The team, of course, started out back in, I think it was 2009 or so, somewhere around there, and it was pay to play, and we did represent Ocean, but it wasn't part of the athletic department's budget at the time. And now, since 2014, it's a fully funded program, which is great, but it's an interesting situation because it's not just OT kids, even though it's Ocean ice hockey. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the first few years it was actually just Ocean, and then Shore Regional actually reached out to us because they had some kids that wanted to play but they didn't have enough for their own team. And so we actually took them in a co-op, which is unique about ice hockey, because a lot of high schools actually do what's called a co-op, where they have 2, maybe even more teams all in one school under the Ocean name. And it's cool because on every other field and court, Shore and Ocean are rivals, and then we come together in ice hockey. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's kind of a nice marriage of something that, yeah, as you say, is a pretty big rivalry in a lot of other sports. Who are some of the Shore guys? I mean, we don't see them walking in the hallways here, but if I go over there, who am I looking for?
Some key players that are returning are Scott Sirianni, he's defense. I think he's a sophomore. Richard Canetto, he's I believe a forward now. And incoming is Evan Laval and his brother Chris. And those are pretty key players returning.
And those are Shore guys?
Sure,
Yes.
yep.
So who are our key returners for OT?
I'd say our key returners are, I'm not going to toot my horn, but Gavin, definitely. Solid forward up front. Kenny, actually he's not incoming, but he's incoming. Returning, Brendan Convery is a strong defenseman. He'll be definitely starting on the defensive line. Those are pretty much 2 key returners.
And who did we lose from last year, just for the guys that have left the program and gone on to bigger and better things outside of OT?
Yeah,
Who did we lose?
we lost Ian Henderson. He's from Shore. He was a really good defenseman. Also Michael Perry. He was a good defenseman as well. We lost Casey. He was at Ocean. He was just learning how to play, but he was actually picking up the game pretty well. We lost Alexei and Joey Laval. They were from Shore both. They were forwards.
Okay, so we lost a few people, but you got some, good returnees, and now we have to hope on a couple new faces to fill slots. Anybody all of a sudden walk in and look like they're going to fit right in the mix?
Yeah, this kid, freshman Kenny Maxwell, he goes to Ocean, and actually Brendan Convery's brother Ryan, they're both forwards and they're freshmen, and they definitely look like they're ready to be thrown right into the fire.
So they're going to see some serious ice time.
Absolutely, yeah. That they can put the puck in the net and they can do some serious damage.
I have to say, the first time I ever went to a hockey arena, it was back when there was one in Shrewsbury.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's back there now. And a buddy of mine played, and I was out of college, and he played, said, why don't you come to my game before we go out after the game? And I didn't realize how cold it was going to be in there. Oh, my goodness. And I had never really been able to watch hockey on TV. A lot of people I know say this, I can't watch it on TV, mostly because I can't find out where the puck is. But I went to his game, and then eventually with my dad went to a professional hockey game, and it is so different live. It's one of those sports that is very, very different live, and it's actually really cool to watch.
Yeah.
With this season coming up, you had a pretty good year last year. You got very representative. Our team's really, the program's been building. How do we look this year?
I think we'll have a strong start. We have a pretty competitive schedule. Most teams are in their range of skillness, and I think it'll all be close games. I think we'll definitely make states, try and go for a short conference.
So we should be very competitive.
We're going to be competitive in our division, and like Gavin said, the caliber in our division is very similar to us. So we'll definitely we have a shorter bench than usual, but I think we'll definitely compete.
All right, and who are probably the big school names in hockey? You talk about something like basketball, and immediately you think of some programs like CBA, also in cross country, things like that.
Yeah.
OT, we've always been a big soccer program. So who are the hockey schools that every year are going to be up front somewhere?
For one, Wall, they did outstanding last year, so they'll be really good. Howell, I think, will be good again. I think we versed them on their schedule. Freehold Township will be good.
Yeah, those are basically the three big ones that we got to watch out for.
Yeah.
Okay. How about after you guys move on? This is it for you, unfortunately. You're starting. I'm sure you're very anxious to start your games tomorrow. Maybe you especially, because this is not a hockey look with Tommy. This is the No Shave November
yep.
for NHS.
Yep.
Which is actually really neat. Both of you guys involved. Gavin, you're in a couple clubs in school besides playing hockey?
Yeah, I do Frisbee Club and Film Club after school sometimes.
And Tommy, you're NHS and you are the senior class
Yes.
officer?
Yeah.
So what's going to happen on December 1st? Is this going or staying for the hockey season? What are you going to do?
December 1st, I think this is going to go. But we'll see when playoffs come around. I may have to let it grow back out, a little playoff beard for the
Well,
hockey
wait, what
season.
if you win tomorrow? You might
I
have
guess
to
if
keep
we
it all
win,
season and
yeah.
not if
I mean, if we keep winning, I guess I have to keep it going.
Uh-oh, he's going to
Have
look
to
like
keep
some of
fighting
those
it.
MLB players with the big, long,
Like a
easy
Wolverine.
top beards. So how about after you guys leave here? What's up for next year?
I think college. Definitely gonna.
What
try
kind
and
of
go-
schools are on your list so far?
Definitely Northeast. I like Roger Williams, University of New Hampshire, Stockton in New Jersey. I like those schools, and the SUNY Maritime Academy.
And I'll tell you what, my son is a junior at Roger Williams right now, as a matter of fact, and he really loves it. It's one of those little diamonds in the rough, little small school up in Rhode Island.
It's beautiful.
Then lets you go see it, and right over the bay there, it's really, really pretty. Nice
Yeah.
school. A lot of great programs there. So nice to hear that on your list. Go ahead, Tommy, what's up with you?
I think I'm also going to go to the college route, and up there on my list are Clemson, Virginia Tech, Purdue, and Notre Dame as my reach school.
Okay, two very, very different lists, which
Yeah.
is indicative of what kids really have to do. You've got to look at what fits your personality and the kind of programs you like. But are you thinking about continuing the hockey thing? I mean, I know you'll probably you love to skate and everything. You'll probably do something. Will you play some kind of club, or how does that go? I know with my own, I've been able to run all my life. I didn't keep going. I can go to road races and things. I would think it gets a little tougher with hockey unless you go and play at the college level or beyond. What do they have out there that?
A lot of schools I'm looking at have club, and I think that's all I really want to do is just easy league and just have fun playing hockey.
So
But-
those schools on your list do have some club teams you'll be able to play?
I should be able to play there, but some, like my mom and dad, really don't want me playing anymore because of injuries. I've had a lot over this season.
That was going to be my next question, because when I grew up watching hockey on TV, players didn't wear headgear,
Nothing.
including
Nothing.
a lot of the goalies. That's insanity. I can't even
Yeah.
imagine that. Well, we weren't a very bright generation anyway, so what can I tell you? But have you had any real serious injuries yourselves through the years?
My past 4 years, I've had a few broken collarbone, fractured wrist, 2 concussions, I think.
How about you?
I've been more fortunate. I haven't had as many serious injuries.
You're like me. Run away when the danger's coming.
Exactly.
That's what I would do. Skate the other
Throw
direction.
Gavin in there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, good luck not only tomorrow but through the season. It was nice for you guys to come down here, and everybody go out and go see some Big Red ice hockey.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.